Hi everybody, it's Laith Marouf and I'm with Dr. Marandi. We are in the Dahieh, the southern suburb of Beirut.
Take something over there.
We are
these are homes, these are apartment blocks that were struck last night.
We are on an official tour organized by Hiz-b-ullah to all international journalists to look at the destruction, the war crimes, the purposeful targeting of civilians and civilian homes that, as you can see right here, all of these buildings, all the stores, all of this is civilian infrastructure. Dr. Marandi, we can see behind us all these international journalists that have been defaming the resistance and our martyrs.
Most of them.
Most of them. Do you think that they will deny their own eyes and try to convince their audiences that this is Hezbollah, legitimate targets to attack Hezbollah?
Well, you know, there are good people among them, but the problem is that the majority are people who are willing to deny reality for the sake of their job. Some are ideological, they're nasty, and then some who deny reality because of their job. Gradually, in order to be able to live with themselves, they try to convince themselves that this is the reality. So while they cannot deny that these are civilian targets, all these homes are being destroyed, they will justify it. They'll say this is a Hezbollah stronghold. Whereas if you just look around, it's like any city in this part of the world. It's ordinary people, kids, women, they live here. Men, ordinary people, shop owners, their lives are now destroyed. Many of these shops probably are rented.
So the Zionists keep on claiming this destruction of civilian infrastructure and the attacks on civilian homes and buildings and the martyrdom of civilians as huge achievements. We saw yesterday Iran deliver its retribution for the assassinations of Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah, Sheikh Ismail Haniyeh, and the many Iranian military leaders that were also assassinated over the last year. And Iran targeted only military infrastructure, hitting the Israeli airfields, the Mossad headquarters, and the gatherings of Israeli armaments, tanks, and artillery, both on the border of Lebanon and the borders of Gaza and inside Gaza. The Western media has been claiming that let's go because we need to move.
Because they're saying we have to move.
Yes,
and it's so unsafe here that they're saying we have to move because we have to stick with the journalists, otherwise they may strike. So we'd like to look around and show the buildings, but we can't because if we lag behind, then no one will take responsibility, and the Israelis obviously would like to continue their slaughter without the presence of journalists. But as you said, the Israelis target civilians, as we're seeing. The revenge that they took for last night was to bomb southern Beirut and to destroy the lives of more families and the businesses of people. All these wrecked cars, if you want to show it, it's on our right side. This is what the Israeli regime does, and the Iranians who are less civilized and who don't abide by human rights. The Iranians only target military installations, Hezbollah targeting military installations, but the civilized master race, the chosen people, they target homes. We've seen a number of these places where they've destroyed already in the last half an hour before you started filming.
Dr. Marandi, the resistance since the morning has been fighting off attempted invasions into South Lebanon. We heard already twice Hezbollah conducted ambushes of these invading forces. The last one of them is reported that at least 8 Israeli soldiers are been liquidated. We still hear threats of Israel retaliating, bombing Iran. Do you expect actually the Israelis to, number one, invade Lebanon?
Well, I think they will try something because Netanyahu has put everything on the line, hasn't he? So this is about Netanyahu. I think Netanyahu doesn't care about Israel. I don't think he cares about Zionists. He doesn't care about anything. He cares about Netanyahu. And so he has probably no option but to escalate in some way or form, whether it's in Lebanon or with Iran or with both. Or
there is rumors right now that the Israelis may attack Iran today or tonight. Do you think those rumors are can be believed, and do we expect the Israelis to attack anyways, whether it's today or not?
I think it's quite possible. I would not rule out such a thing exactly for the reason which I just said, and that is that Netanyahu needs to continue the war. He needs to expand the war. He's trying desperately to do something before the U.S. election. He wants to get the United States involved, and that's basically because the Israelis don't care about the West. They're willing to sacrifice the West for their own selfish interests. And the West, at least the elites in the West, are because of the money that's behind the Israeli regime, the Zionist lobby, which is Christian, Jewish, and secular. They're willing to do that. They're willing to help them. So I think that this is not going to end anytime soon.
Yeah, now we can continue.
Yeah, we had to turn off the camera because there was just a fresh strike. Yeah,
we just passed it by. They told us not to film it. Here's a gas station. Look, they struck right beside a gas station. Imagine what extra horrors that could have created.
Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah.
There's smoke all over the place right beside us.
Smoke is still right.
It's amazing. It's amazing how barbaric and brutal these people are.
You know, we just a few hours ago, the leader of France, Macron, issued a statement saying that France is putting all its military assets in the region in the defense of the Zionist colony. We already heard, of course, statements from the Brits and the Americans practically saying the same. In the situation that these countries, these colonialist powers, actually participate in attacks on Iran or the axis of resistance, what do you think will happen to these, the presence of these powers in the region?
I don't think they'll have any impact either way. France is a weak regime that has no significance anymore, very little significance. The same is true with the UK. For some reason, they have a seat at the UN Security Council, which is a joke. The UN Security Council is a joke. The only power of significance is the United States. Israel is not a power. You know that. We all know that. Israel is a weak, pathetic regime that a colony that is fully dependent on the United States and the collective West. I mean, collectively, they do give the regime aid and support. You know, I used to walk here a lot. This is a very crowded part. You know, this is the heart of Beirut, southern Beirut. So many people always walking around. All these businesses shut down. I used to go to this a few times to this fast food place right in front of us.
Civilians that live in the Dahieh out with a picture of Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah.
Yeah, they're strong.
They're strong, they're proud.
No one is going to back down from these murderers.
You know, I think most Westerners don't understand, even those who support Palestine, that those rapes of prisoners and the videos being quote-unquote leaked
They're
of those
intentionally leaked to intimidate, not to expose.
They want to break the will of our people. They want us, especially our warrior men that refuse humiliation and follow the path of Ali, Sayyidina Ali, that says, woe's us if we accept humiliation. Hayhata minna dhulla. And this is what they're trying to do with purposefully targeting civilians. They know that there is no military targets in these buildings. They want to purposefully humiliate our people, break our will.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, when I came here, it was the day, I told you before, the day after the first strikes where they targeted the south and the east and slaughtered 500 people. And so many people are upset with me, and they thought like I could bring people with me. I just came on my own. I came by myself. And so many people in Iran want to be here. These colonialists don't understand that our people, the people of this region, are all, the resistance is enormous. It is huge. And it extends across the region. So instead of people coming to me, except for my family, which is, they want me to go back quickly, but except for my family, and everyone wants to come. Even my son wants to come, but he wants me to go back.
Let's go out to see the...
So in response to the Iranian missile strikes on military installations in Israel, they took revenge on Dahieh last night. And the strikes were huge. And it continued till morning. So they take revenge on ordinary people when Iran attacks them militarily. And they don't even attack military installations in Lebanon or in Iran. They may respond to Iran later, but
there's the smoke bellowing from the buildings that were hit. Five buildings this morning.
5 buildings.
At 4 a.m. they attacked those buildings. Ya Allah.
It's amazing.
Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Clearly all the stuff from the restaurants.
Amazing.
This was a cafe restaurant. It's gone now. Yeah, and there's a factory that makes styrofoam boxes and so on for delivery services.
So
Just
many
there.
people traumatized.
Ya Allah, Ya Allah.
So they don't even take it out when Iran strikes them. They don't even take it out on Hiz-b-ullah. They take it out on Lebanese civilians.
There's nobody more cowardly on this planet than the Zionists and their masters in the White House that have always targeted civilians.
And all Western elites.
Yeah.
And also not forget the joke that, every kitchen contains a missile that Netanyahu said.
Yeah.
And every basement
no
has
one in
a
the West
rocket.
condemns Netanyahu.
To take films for their kitchens.
Ya Allah. Ya Allah.
Unbelievable.
هيهات منا الذلة هيهات منا الذلة
هيهات منا الذلة
هيهات منا الذلة
لبيك
لبيك
يا
يا
نصر
نصر
الله.
الله لبيك يا حسين لبيك يا حسين
لبيك يا Hussein. So, look this. It's not just these buildings, it's all the buildings around here where people were traumatized, people.
This is unbelievable. هات أعطيني إيدك أعطيني إيدك يا الله يا الله come closer. Sorry about that. Give me your hand. Sayyid. Habibi. Ya Allah, look at this. How, 5 buildings? 5
Someone said 6, I'm not sure.
6? It's with all the civilians that were in them, all the infrastructure, all people's homes, lives, their livelihood,
They don't care.
savings.
They don't care. They're
Yeah.
Amalek.
We are
We're
Amalek.
all Amalek.
We are all Amalek. This whole planet is Amalek if we're not Jewish supremacists.
Zionist supremacists.
Ya Allah, Ya Allah. They want to turn the whole planet like this just to maintain their supremacy.
They're willing to do more than this.
They're willing
Way
to drag
more.
the whole planet to World War III. We were saying in the car that they're looking at how the Western elite are claiming they will defend
Freedom,
the Zionists.
human rights.
Yeah, they will defend this.
They used to say something about human rights, right?
It is not in fashion
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm getting old. I don't remember, but I recall once upon a time someone saying something about human rights and human dignity and civil society, and I think this is what they meant.
50 years of propaganda about human rights.
Well, this is what
freedoms.
they've been doing all the time. It's just that in today's world, because of the internet, you can actually see it happen.
يا ساتر انتبه على حالك حبيبي بس دقيقة واحدة يلا
Salam alaikum.
يلا let's go doctor.
All these people and slaughtering, they're
Here in Dahieh.
here in Dahieh. They're fantastic restaurants. People go out. The streets are usually packed. Kids, right now, kids are supposed to be at school. Young students are supposed to be at university studying, building a future. The shops, they're all shut down.
Man, I feel really sorry for my own children. They've had to live through the port explosion that was definitely an Israeli attack. They had to live through the corona shutdowns. And now my daughter, my oldest daughter, her name is Yafa. She was just starting university. It's her first semester. And it's already, a disaster. So this generation of children that we are fighting for their freedom, their security, their future, that they don't have to live the decades of misery that we lived under, Zionist colonization and Western imperialism. They have suffered, I think, an enormous suffering. Look at the children of Gaza, look at the children of the South, look at the children of Beirut.
But liberation is coming.
And we don't wish anything less or more for the children in the West.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا خاتم النبيين أبي القاسم محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه الأخيار المنتجبين وعلى جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين. السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه فمنهم من قضى نحبه ومنهم من ينتظر وما بدلوا تبديلا. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
So we just finished our tour with the journalist corps that Hiz-b-ullah organized for us to see the parts of the destruction in the Dahieh, the southern suburb of Beirut. Dr. Marandi, what was one thing that you can leave us with in terms of an impression of what we saw today?
This is Western civilization. This is liberal democracy. This is exactly what they give to us. This is what they give to the world, and this is what they give to their own people. Because people across the world despise the West because of what they do, and they despise often innocent people for what these elites and these regimes do. Just like Jews, the biggest enemy of Jews are Zionists and Western elites, whether Christians, Jewish, or secular. Because all of this is being done in the name of the West, it's being done in the name of Jews, it's being done in the name of the so-called civilized world. But all we see is the exact opposite, and then people, many people at least, or less informed people, or when ordinary people get upset, they go and blame, they think this is all of those people in the West, or all of those people who are Jewish are responsible. So ironically, the biggest anti-Semites are the Zionists. The biggest anti-Semites are Western elites that are supporting these atrocities. But what they are doing to the people here is worse than anti-Semitism, because they're slaughtering ordinary people regardless of whatever race or ethnicity or religion that they may have. It's just unbelievable.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Marandi, for taking this chance with us to show the people under fire the situation in Lebanon. Thank you for even coming under these conditions to visit the country. You are a true warrior, you are a true friend of Lebanon, of Palestine, you are a true friend of free peoples around the world. We wish you safety and security on your trip back home, and inshallah we will all meet in a free Palestine very soon, inshallah.
You're very kind, Laith, and so are you, and so are all the people in the resistance and all the people supporting the resistance, wherever they may be. They're all heroes. I'm just an ordinary person. You're too kind, but I am optimistic like you are. Victory is nearing. Victory for everyone. It will be a victory for Jews. Those who are anti-Zionist will see the benefits of the collapse of the Zionist regime. Everyone will benefit from it. Humanity will benefit from it. These elites in the West will lose, but everyone else will win, inshallah.